Our last presenter is from SKO and Kantar Media. I'd like to welcome Marianne to the stage.
So, good morning. I am Mariana, and I work at SKO, which is the Dutch Industry Committee for TV and now also online video measurement. We will present today, together with Oliver from Kantar Media UK, our case on online video ratings delivered to the Dutch market and used as a currency by the whole industry, and of course also the next release of our total video ratings. Okay, let me start with the background and the need of having this video total. How is this triggered? It's mainly triggered by the growing penetration of digital and mobile, and also changing viewing behavior in the TV set, as we observe, especially among the younger viewers. So the scope for TV broadens up. That is good news for TV, but it also poses a big challenge for the measurement, for the audience measurement. How to measure across all these new devices, but then maintaining the consistency and credibility we already have with the TV currency for reporting daily to the whole market. So SKO board changed its strategy by the end of 2013 to try to cope with this new challenge. And by the mid of 2015, there were the first online ratings already ready for the market to use. And when I say market, I mean to use daily for advertisers, agencies, and publishers. And the goal was to report online video viewing at the highest granular level with a standard approach, combining different sources of set data. As a first step is the online ratings, then as a second step is to go towards the total video with cross-platform combination between TV and online. And to do, again, so with the same quality and transparency standards as we are used for the TV market. So most important for video total report, it is clear that there is no one solution. We have a different advantage. The quality of a good quality panel measurement provides demographic profiles and reach, good estimates controlled. On the case of the census, we have a granular insight on broadcast, on ads on a creative level, but the power is to combine these two, and for this, SKO developed a model to measure and combine these sources, and together with Kantar scientists, they designed an integration model to combine and calibrate the online ratings from panel and from census, and deliver overnight daily ratings that can be used on the different platforms and software from the different market parties. So how does this work? I'm going to give the word to Oliver.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. Yeah, this is a very simplified version of our actual model in which we are combining various census sources for both VOD, live data, and as well as Mariana already mentioned, advertising data, which we are collecting using the VAS standard, which is a very well-established standard for video advertising and is supported by every player, almost every player. So all of this data is collected into our online panel. That online panel is in about 5,000 individual panel, but it is not an individual panel, it's a household panel, which allows us to say something about the co-viewing behavior, the device sharing behavior in the households. So it actually is, and it's also managed the same way and to the same quality standards as a regular TAM panel. The data is brought into that panel using our proprietary panel app, which allows us to collect various census data sources and is also an open platform, meaning that we can accept other census providers into the system. That information, so the panel information and also the census information, is brought together in our proprietary data integration model, which is a cloud-deployed, private cloud-deployed solution, which gives us the elasticity, and on the other hand, the amount of resources we need to run this in an overnight process, because as Mariana said, we need to have this just as a TV currency there every morning. And a lot of things have to come together to make this work, which then gives us the online currency, which then in a later step is in a fusion process brought together with the data from the TAM panel in another process to form the total video currency. So we are bringing together, or SKO rather, is bringing together a number of major players in the media research field to make this work, including GfK, Nielsen, and our global partner Comscore, where each of those parties is contributing a vital part to the overall system. Us providing some of the measurement, GfK providing very important QC and data cleaning routines based on what they had already been doing for the TAM panel for many, many years. And Comscore providing actually the mass census data because they have already tags with all of the major TV broadcasters on all of their platforms for quite a while because of their NetStat history. And this is then brought together by the Kantar Media Data Science team and other parts of Kantar, like TNS, performing panel management, transforming the data in ETL processor, extract, transform, and load, uniforming the data, integrating it, and doing modeling, to which I really can't go to in any detail right now because I've only got 14 seconds left. So the four ingredients that we're looking at is the census measurement, the metered measurement, the managed household panel, plus the advanced modeling and calibration. And all of those things have to come together to, in the end, give us the output, which is a daily cross-platform currency for broadcaster video and commercials that is available to all of the market in a standard tool, in standard tools by providing a standard data set. So whether you're a broadcaster or an advertiser, you're going to be able to use that data pretty much the same way that you're using TV data, but across all of the platforms, and it's therefore very much aligned with TV calculation and reporting. So what you can see here is actually the insight that is created by this. So while the uplift that you see is not that big for many of the programs, you can see, especially on the top right-hand side, you can see that the incremental reach from platforms, from mobile platforms and PC platforms can be quite significant and can be up to 20%, which is something that is very relevant in the market. So, what is the impact? A whole JIC-driven market has put this together. What you have to see is that the transparency needed for this is very, very important because creativity is fine, but in a JIC-driven environment or in a JIC market, if you don't have the transparency to make people understand what you're actually doing and have the credibility.
We're just about out of time now as we wrap this up. Do we have any questions remaining from our jury?
Any questions from the jury?
Any questions? Great. Well, thank you very much.
Thank
we
you.
certainly appreciate the presentation. Let's give them a big round of applause.